The biggest lie in business is that you're going to get clients grinding harder. We've been sold the idea that success is a game of numbers. Just make more calls, more DMs, or just knock more doors. That's not a business. That's a treadmill. And here's the part that nobody wants to tell you, but I'll tell you. We're chasing. You have no leverage. You feel it in your gut when you get ghosted. You feel it when you see a prospect's name pop up and you hesitate to answer. You feel it when you check your bank account and you realize that your hard work still hasn't created consistent revenue. But today, I'm gonna give you the system that's gonna change your life. I'm gonna give you the exact framework that took me from waiting for luck to booking calls predictably every single day, without cold calling, without begging for referrals, and without spending my life glued to my phone. You see, when I first started selling life insurance, I was told, it's just a numbers game. Make 200 calls, get 20 conversations, set 2 appointments, and close 1 sale. And that was the game I played. And yes, it worked, quote unquote, but in the sense that eventually I'd get a client. But to tell you the truth, honestly, my life was miserable. I was always chasing. I never had control. If I didn't work, nothing happened. But the breakthrough came when I stopped thinking like a salesperson and I started thinking like a magnet. You know, what if I could flip that model? What if I flipped it to where clients came to me? What if they showed up already wanting what I had? What if the content did all the heavy lifting so I could spend my time talking to people who were actually ready to buy? You know, that 3%. And that's when I built my first content funnel. You see, the people that are telling you just to make more calls, they're actually not wrong, but they're just operating in an outdated system. They grew up in a world without social media reach, without content AI tools, without instant global distribution. And in their world, the only way to get attention was to buy it or to beg for it. You see, in our world, attention is free if you know how to get it. And attention, when paired with the right system, becomes appointments on autopilot. So here's the system in 3 layers. Layer number 1, attraction. Your job is simple. Get in front of the right people every single day. Pick 1 or 2 platforms where your ideal customer lives. Then you want to create short form content for speed and reach. You want to make them stop scrolling with a bold statement or a burning question. For example, why do 92% of agents fail? What are the top 8% doing that most don't know? Layer number 2 is conversions. And this is where you turn attention into booked calls. You see, every piece of content needs to have a call to action. You need to tell them what to do next, either to book a call or to DM you. And if it was me, when I'm first beginning, I'd use a DM trigger to say, comment the word social if you're ready to join, if you're ready to get started, if you're ready to go to the next level. And then you want to move that conversation to a sales call. And this is where you're going to qualify people in a 15-minute chat. Now, here's a pro tip. You can use ManyChat or go high level to automate the responses so that you can instantly start the booked calls and start the pre-qualifying process with a few simple questions. Now, layer 3, which is probably the most important and a long-term strategy and not a short one, is you want to nurture. And not everybody's gonna book immediately and not everybody's gonna buy immediately. And that's fine. You wanna keep them in your ecosystem, school, an email list, or a private channel like WhatsApp. And in this nurture process, you wanna share wins, you wanna share results, and then you wanna give some quick actionable tips that can build trust over time. What this is gonna do is this is gonna create urgency with your time-sensitive offers that you're gonna make like once a month or every quarter. And when you do this way, even if they don't book, they will later for sure, 100%. See, here's the most important piece about this system. It works without you being chained to your phone 12 hours a day. Because if you post valuable content and you're confident in your position as a leader and not a beggar, people will come to you. And the reason why this works is because consistency creates predictability. No more of the feast and famine cycles. See, the purpose of your content is to attract like-minded people that resonate with you, your views, and your values. If you want to have exponential growth, then listen to this one. Every post that you make makes your message sharper, clearer, and more persuasive. It builds a ton of trust. You see, You're helping the market a little bit with these micro solutions, and then eventually you're going to make enough deposits that they're going to want to pay you. But ultimately, once you build this properly, this is something that's going to run by itself every single week with only a few hours of input on your end. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to imagine waking up to booked calls from people who already know, who already want what you sell. And if you've been struggling, then maybe it's just not you. Maybe it's just that outdated way that you've been operating your business to try to get clients. You see, this doesn't require a huge following or ad spend. I started with less than 900 followers. And yeah, you're right. The cold way just isn't the only way. In fact, it's actually the worst way. You see, the old way, it wants you to keep begging because this is how they keep you in control. You see, back in the day, I was burning out and making 100 calls a day. And then once I implemented this content funnel, which is 3 short form pieces of content every single week with strong hooks, I automated the DM process to pre-qualify leads, and then I made value posts every single week in a free Facebook group. And the results, you'll be surprised, within 45 days, I had booked 28 calls, all inbound with my ideal customer. Fast forward to the 60 days, I ended up closing 12 high ticket sales in the 2 months that I did that. And I collected over $60,000 in cash collected. All of this without doing a single cold call. So here's an actionable process that you can take to set this system up for yourself. Is number 1, pick your platform, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. Then you want to decide what your message is. You want to solve one painful problem. Next, you want to film 3 to 5 short form pieces of content that are 30 to 60 seconds with a hook, a story, and an offer. And here's a pro tip. Make sure in the first 3 seconds your hook is strong. Next, you want to offer some curiosity that's going to drive people to stop scrolling and listen or think. Next, once you got that going, you create some engagement. You want to use ManyChat or go high level for instant responses so that you can be omnipresent and have multiple touch points. Next, you want to drive people to a free group or an email list where you can give away a checklist or a freebie. And then next, you want to focus on the warmest and most engaged prospects first, and you want to just reach out to them. Hey, thank you for engaging the community. Hey, thank you for engaging in a lot of my posts. And here's why this is important. It's because right now, organic reach is still free, but not for long because the algorithms are always changing. Platforms are now rewarding creators and not advertising. But the truth is that this will change, so you better jump on it. And when it does, those who have already built their audience and personal brand, they're gonna dominate, while the rest of the people are gonna be scraping the bottom of the barrel. So if you wait till later, it might be too late. And trust me, the longer that you wait, it always costs more. So in episode 4, I'm gonna show you how to deliver so well that your clients stick, they pay more, and they refer like crazy without working more hours. We're gonna cover a minimum viable service delivery method. I'm gonna show you how to scale client results without scaling your stress. I'm gonna show you the simple retention system that makes every single client worth 2 to 3 times more for you and your business. Because once you have a full calendar, the only thing that matters is keeping the right people and letting the wrong ones go.